Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and yes, we probably need to talk about it. So what I'm talking about is NECA and their shipping thing. So back on November 14th, they had this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2-pack, and they put up on their Instagram this notice that they had some errors with like shipping and shipping labels. And they said that they were excited for everybody to get these figures into their hands and stuff like that, and it would just take a little while for them to get those going. So there was obviously like a technical glitch somehow in their system. But the plot thickens because last week sometime what happened was we found out that that Donatello sewer that had shipped out, which is like $300, had probably that same technical issue. So the thing is, NECA reached out to customers they believed got two or got double orders, and they asked for the extra ones back. Now, they said they were going to send a shipping label. They asked that everything be packed up nicely and then dropped off. And for your troubles, you were going to get a $100 credit to shop with NECA in the future. That seems pretty reasonable, right? They did kind of throw something in their email, though, that said that if you didn't do it, you may be limited in your ability to purchase from them in the future, which is a little threatening, right? But it seems that they followed up with another email telling people you should have received the shipping label and we expect you to ship this back, basically. And if you don't, we're going to charge you for it and you won't be able to shop with us in the future. So that was definitely line in the sand.
Talking about drawing a line in the sand, dude.
Slap on the face with the glove. I accept. So I think that what's happened now is there's probably a lot of collectors out there that are saying, really? Well, let's just see. Because I know that if I didn't ask you to ship something to me and you do, I'm not required to pay for it and you can't threaten me. And so I think that has kind of created an atmosphere where it's like, let's just see how this plays out. Now, here's the thing. There are probably some unscrupulous collectors out there who have decided that, look, I got an extra one. They want to give me $100 for packing this up and shipping it back. But I can double my money if I sell it on eBay or some other website or through OfferUp or whatever. So it's way more valuable to me than $100. And I can see that being the case. So we have to ask ourselves, what would we do? What is the right thing to do? Should we pack it up and send it back? Now, personally, if it was me in that situation, and far be it for me to tell you what to do, I would pack that up and send it back. As a matter of fact, when I got two, I would have picked up the phone and called them or sent them an email and said, hey, I got a double shipment. What do you want me to do with this extra one? They would have said, hey, it'd be nice if you can ship it back. I would have shipped it back. And I would ship it back. I don't know, like, how much I would do for free, like, because it is their mistake. I would probably say, I'm going to leave it on my porch. You schedule a pickup. I'll send you an email when it's on my porch, and you tell FedEx or UPS or whatever to swing by and pick it up. Because at the point where I put it on my porch with your label, I'm no longer responsible for that thing. That might be the limit of what I would do. But for a $100 store credit, I might drive it down to the UPS drop-off or the FedEx drop-off or the post office or something like that. I think that's pretty good. That's like a guilt-free $100 from NECA. Now, you could play hardball with them and say, no, you shipped it to me and I'm not obligated to do those things, so sweeten the pot. And you know what? They might be willing to sweeten the pot if you contact them. They might be willing to say, okay, we'll give you $200 store credit. But I mean, what will that cost you? Is that going to cost you like some integrity or the way you your karma or something like that if you play that hardball? So let me know in the comments where you stand on this. Did they sort of like ruin the idea of people freely just packing these up and sending them back with the we're going to charge you and you won't be able to buy from us? Did that like upset people? Do you think it upsets people that they like maybe have bought NECA toys in the past and they broke and they've contacted NECA to get them replaced and NECA doesn't really do anything to replace the broken stuff? Does lack of customer service in this situation make you feel like, well, you're not taking care of me, so why should I take care of you? So I'm just curious about that, because this doesn't seem like the first or last, because if we look at their Instagram account, we can obviously see that they had some issues with that Ninja Turtles 2-pack. Then they did the 2 emails with this, and then if you're on social media, I just saw the other day for that baby Beetlejuice, they're also trying to get that back because they apparently double shipped people. So then you get into a whole thing about how does this happen over and again? How do you get to the same situation more than once? Did somebody just set the default on the label maker and say 2 per, and then every label printed out twice, and the guy that was sticking on the box just went like that and he just stuck them on all the boxes? Who knows? So what is the appropriate thing that NECA should do in this situation? If they sent you an email and offered you $100 to ship it back, what would you want them to do to get you to ship back that extra item that they shipped to you by mistake? Because obviously, if you bought the sewer in the first place, you like their product. If you got to, what is your solution? What would you want NECA to do for you to be able to ship that extra one back? Is $100 not enough? Is the free shipping label not enough? Do you want them to schedule the delivery? I want to know. Leave it in the comments. The other thing I'd like to ask is this. If you did not get a diorama and you know that the one you're going to get is being returned by someone who got 2, do you still want it? Or do you want there to be some sort of a quality check? Do you want there to be a discount with it? Or would you just not accept it because it's been touched, potentially, it's been possibly opened, and it's no longer new in your book? So there's a couple of different things that we could look at here. What's NECA's responsibility in this? Should they just go back to the factory and crank out another set of half of them just to fulfill those other orders? Should they get those ones back and then offer them at a discount? Should they then, what is the solution that would make everybody happy? Because there's probably people who didn't get them that probably don't want one that was delivered to somebody else, because I heard like this weekend on the Toy Duo, we were talking about it. It was like, what if it's sitting in a house where a person's a smoker and you're a non-smoker, then you get that one and it has cigarette smoke. There's a whole bunch of things that you can think about when you're talking about toy collecting and stuff like that. If you're like a new in the box collector and you were just going to store it away in your closet, so I have this diorama, you were never really going to set it up, but somehow it got open or it got damaged because the person didn't pack it very, very well to send back. There's a whole bunch of different scenarios we can talk about. So I have a couple of questions, just throw them out in the comments. Do you think it was right for NECA to basically come out and say, you will no longer be able to shop with us if you don't send it back, and we're going to charge you? Do you think the right thing to do is to pack it up and ship it back and take the $100 credit and have a clear conscience? Or do you think the right thing to do is just to say, well, it was extra, I didn't order it, I'm not obligated to do anything, so I'm going to keep it? Let me know where you stand on that line. And then also, if you are the person that was going to get the one that was shipped back, do you even want it at this point? Or do you think NECA's obligated just to crank out brand new one for you and ship it to you, or offer you some type of a discount? So there's a whole bunch of different options. And lastly, I just want to say like this. If they knew they were having a problem with those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if they knew they had a problem with this like baby Beetlejuice, don't you think the guys in the shipping department should have paid a little more attention before they shipped these out? Or did they all ship out at once, and did they all ship out from different places? And you'd think if they knew they had a problem, they'd be scrutinizing those shipping labels next to order numbers and stuff like that, just to make sure that this issue didn't happen. So I think NECA holds a lot of responsibility here, but us as consumers, I think we also have a little bit of responsibility to kind of do what is right. But in this situation, what is right to you? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to hear it. My opinion is pack it up, ship it back, get the $100. But you tell me what you think. I really want to know. Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in and watching this short little video about NECA and their shipping thing. And as always, have a fantastic day.